Alright, hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to share a few things with you here. I may have shown some of these things before, and I may show you things you've never seen before. And we'll start off with the things you may have never seen before. I thought every 1990s card was, junk wax era, documented, all that sort of stuff, everything. And I found a set that I cannot find anywhere on YouTube. Well, I say YouTube, but all of the internet. And people's like, oh, well, you didn't look hard enough, or you're typing in the things wrong, or you're putting in too much information, or not enough information. And that may be true. But when you look up a certain player like Ramon Martinez, and you type in his name, you go to trading card database, and he's not there. And a lot of people say, well, trading card database has a lot of things, but they don't have everything. And then you go to COMC, and it's like, oh, well, COMC doesn't have it. Well, look at the completed listings. Yes, I did. Then I went to eBay and looked at the completed listings, and then I went to the active listings, and I typed in different things and different dates and all that fun stuff. And sure enough, I found absolutely nothing. So then I found a listing for Beckett, and I thought, oh shoot, there it is. But Ramon Martinez was not in that set. And this one here is the Trib, or the Albuquerque Tribune right here. I know nothing about these, whether these were legit or how many they were printed or they got lost or thrown away. I don't know. But when I was at the LCS a while back ago, somebody was a super collector of minor league cards. I'm not sure if they were saving them for whatever reason, prospecting or autographing, what they were doing. They had every team known to man practically, and I don't know how many cards that I didn't get. Maybe he didn't have them all put out. He still had a few packs that I decided not to get, which was kind of dumb. But this is the Albuquerque Tribune. I thought it was 1990, but the stats end up in 1988. So it's either an 88 or 89 set. I am not 100% sure. I got to do a little bit more research here. I'm having bad camera issues, so this has to the lens cover, or the lens, opening and closing thing is broken. So we got a bad spot right on the side of this card, so I'll put these cards over here. Here's Dave Walsh. The 90 set is a 31 card set from what I was told here. And here's a Ramon Martinez. There's a little iffy spot there, but that would be a good one to get great. You can see there's a dark spot right there, so I have to hold everything over here. There's Ramon Martinez. And then we have John Wetland, another name. These are the Albuquerque Dukes, if I hadn't mentioned that before. So there's that one there. And then we have Chris Gwynn. You can't even see that because Gwynn is in black. It's so weird that these are black and white. Very, very unusual there. There's Chris Gwynn. And then we have some other people, Mike Huff, Joe Seckley, John DeBus, and Dave Eichhorn. So there's a few more cards there. Nothing's outstanding there, but they just scream 1980, 1990 Fleer and Fleer. And then, yeah, so that's really cool to have those. But again, I thought, it's probably in one of those large jumbo baseball encyclopedia books that had everything back in the 80s and 90s. But I gave those to somebody who thought they could use that. I said, the prices are not right, but they'd be, I don't know whatever happened to that guy. He was a nice guy, but very scatterbrained. He was essentially the boom slang of his day, collecting all the different cards. And I'm not really sure what he did with them, but I never saw a card out of it. I was hoping we would do some sort of trade or work out something, because I was looking for TTM fuel at the time, and I never really had a whole lot of it. That's why I always went to the Goodwill bins. It was for TTM fuel, because people would grab the Jose Canseco's and all the big stars of whatever day it was, and then they would leave everything else, and I didn't care if corners were damaged. I just knew that basically eBay and COMC were going to be at least $1, and I was paying a penny a card, if that. Then I came across these here, and I didn't know exactly what they were. These are stickers here. I can be flexible. I'm responsible for my day. No need to hide. These are probably 90s or late 80s. I'll try to keep the camera up here. Again, the camera's not always the same every time it opens up. I didn't realize that when I started. I can change. I can handle it. These are stickers that were printed out of Eugene, Oregon, and I'm almost 100% certain that these Starliner stickers were supposed to be badges or buttons. So I thought that was very cool to have those. Again, I like vintage stuff here, and I grabbed these just before the row was being taken away. And that's really unfortunate when the row gets taken away, because there's a lot of, kind of cool and retro stuff here. These don't have a lot of value, but I just like I just like stuff that there's never going to be any other extras of. You know what I mean? I'm never going to find these ever again. There's the I'm responsible for my day, but a different design, and no junk thought here. You know, there is no junk wax sort of thing. Again, those 1990s cards, late 80s, early 90s cards, they're just nowhere to be found. So those are kind of cool. And again, these are the Starliner stickers. I thought that was very cool. Don't have any value, but maybe one day I can find somebody to make them buttons for me. I just love retro buttons. That's one of the things I collect and don't always show on the channel here. I'm not sure I showed these. This one is a preprint, but this is Driver Teo Fabi. And I just thought that was a cool pickup there at the Goodwill Bin store. Nobody wanted them because they've never heard of the Drivers. And I said, think about it this way. This is probably going to cost barely even 25 cents for this one here. And this is probably $10 on eBay just to get that one. And then this one was autographed here. I'm not 100% sure if Warren Johnson is still alive here. And I already have this one, I believe, autographed. I'm not 100% sure, but it was a Warren Johnson autograph for about 10 or 15 cents. So I definitely had to grab that. The autograph is right there. Very, very cool to have that one. I'm very familiar with that image there. I left a couple other ones that I had duplicates of. I'm 100% positive. And then these are the letters that are going to go out very soon. I sent off a lot of letters today, and I was off by 18 cents. And what really stinks is that they don't carry 4 cents at my particular post office. I think the other ones do, but they didn't have 4-cent stamps, so I had to go with 2s. And I have an awful lot of 2-cent stamps now. I've used up most of the 10 centers, and some of these letters I had to... This is Paul Zuvella. This one's going out to Jim Bollinger. I may have gotten him before, but I can't remember. And then I have Bobby Desjardins. So those are ones that I didn't get mailed off today. Speaking of mail, I've had no mail for the last 3 days. I got one flyer today, and that was the only piece of mail total in 3 days. I have mailed off a lot of requests there. I gotta get my camera a little better here. I don't know what I'm going to do here. Let's try to, there we go, that's better. I don't know, maybe it's not better. So, it's just very depressing when you don't have any mail because I like to break up the day with some certain things, you know. I like to make a video. I like to, create, work on that video. I like to do, numerous other things, related to that and stock and file and I've been having fun creating the letters because I've been using up a lot of odd stationery. And again, with these letters here, I'm going to be putting more of these tractor stickers on there. And I just think that's a cool thing there because you never know. Mr. Bollinger that signs in 50 plus days or whatever usually, he might see that and get to my letter first and open it and send it within a couple of weeks. No idea. Maybe he's not at that address anymore. You just never know what's going to happen there. But I like these attention getters and these fancy stamps there because people have said, wow, this guy's taken some interest in my letter by putting on stamps that theoretically might have some actual value. And if he's going to put stamps on of that caliber, then he's probably not looking to resell my card. So I don't really know about that one there. And then these were just cool. This is Mr. Bogus. I'm sorry, it's Bo Guest. And Mr. Bogus is another movie. Mr. Bogus. And then Stagecoach. So I've seen Stagecoach many years ago. And I don't know if I've ever seen Bo Guest. Is that but the Foreign Legion? And there's like a 50s or so airmail stamp, an old 10-center right there. And anything else here, I picked this up in the free box here. I had some cool books that I found in the free box. I know it. I'm not supposed to be picking up books, because I'm supposed to be purging books. I have another 6 or 7 more books being purged. This was originally Goodwill 29 cents. What happened there? I don't know. But I'm trying to get the sticker off of there, and I'm being very, very careful. I don't know how to keep the Shaggy Dog book here. Again, that light is going to be bothering me for this particular video here. A dark spot there. This is copyright 1959, and it certainly looks like it. It belonged to Gates, or whoever that was. But it's very, very rickety and ratty, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it. It's got some water stains on the edge there, so again, I hope they're water stains. I don't know what kind of stain that. Somebody could have spilled their milk on it, or something else, something worse. But again, very, very rough condition book there. At first I thought a page was missing, but that's the part of the previous one here. But I just thought that was kind of a cool pickup for free. No pictures of the movie. I believe That was, I'm not sure if this was from the movie or what. Again, you can see more ripped pages there. But again, free, you can't complain about free. I want to say that this probably came out later than 59, but again, it was copyright 59. Again, I don't remember when the original movie, and there's, you know, Shaggy Dog series went on for quite a while, so they probably had different dogs. That would be my guess there. I had two other books to share with you, but I don't have them very handy. Very, very unusual books here, and I essentially trying to clear out these libraries here. I'm not explaining why I'm clearing out libraries and why I'm clearing shelves and getting rid of books, but that will be revealed in a future video I hope to share. But essentially what I want to do is put some of my spin on these particular libraries here. And, you know, whether they're great books or not, I just either like the content, I like the cover, I just think it's kind of a vintagey looking book that fits more in my collection than something else. Quirky, maybe an unusual, you know, maybe somebody will see my collection one of these days and it's like, I wonder what this guy was like. He's very interesting. He's collecting all these very eclectic books, and, you know, and the same thing with my card collection. I want somebody to say, wow, this guy must have been somebody because he's collecting all these unusual cards. Who would want to, in their right mind, would collect this Season's Greetings Santa Claus card here from the early 1960s? I did, you know, and it's practically mint. It's got a brown tone to it. I'm not sure if the brown tone is what it was supposed to be. They were probably in something, you know, that turned them brown there. But again, this was like 60 cents or something for this card here. This is card number 66, which may have been the last Fleer card in the set. I have a couple of these graded, but then of course grading became $1 billion here. I would love to collect, you know, as much as I rag on slabs, I would love to collect more slabs, but they're very expensive here. Not expensive, they're non-existent. I have one LCS that probably has slabs, but he is very high-end eBay, and I've only been in there one time. Then the other two LCS, we get them in all the time, but they go out as fast as they can. I really doubt that. I mean, if Jeff Wilson has 10,000 slabs or whatever in his store, and I saw his video, and Star Wars slabs are only $10 a piece. I mean, where can you get those for $10 a piece? You really can't, because I would love to have a Star Wars slab. Don't give me any Star Wars slabs. But again, that's just one thing I don't need to collect. And the other LCS does not understand what slabs are. I mean, they do, but they just don't have them in the case, and they just look tired, and I just don't really want to buy slabs from, you know, I just need to, you know, just focus on other things right now. So, but it's just, again, my focus is different based on what I have locally here, and it was just jumping on the Hot Wheels bandwagon, looking for the Fast and Furious. I didn't even bother looking for that, because it's 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away, another 25 minutes back, and there's just no way. If I was 5 or 10 minutes from the store, yes, obviously I would do that. But my stores are always a little on the delayed side for the Hot Wheels and that sort of thing, and so by that time they probably won't even have those, so they wouldn't even show up, and it wouldn't even be worth me to grab those. And then, let's see, I'm still working on these great piles of cards my brother gave me for Christmas, other cards that I picked up in the meantime, and some of these, this is kind of cool. There's a Matt Stairs minor league card right there, from 91, I think. That's really cool. I didn't realize Matt Stairs was that far back, but I guess he was. So that's what he looked like when he was in the minors, so that's very, very cool. I don't think he's going to be able to sign that there. I don't know. I could get it graded, throw it in a slab, throw it in a holder. I don't know what I want to do. I thought about getting those Mangini slabs, but I didn't want to go through all the effort through somebody's, you know, private group and all that, and be committed for, like, you know, $100 worth of plastics and sleeves or whatever it was, so labels and that sort of thing. I just didn't want to do that, get involved in that. You know, I don't have the room for all of those slabs. That's one of the other reasons why I don't collect a lot of those. So I'm trying to think of what else I don't want to go on about anything that's going on YouTube, because some of it's very positive and some of it's not so positive, so I just don't want to even mention any of that kind of stuff there. As for the Super Bowl here this weekend here, I have purchased some snacks, you know, pizza, some salsa I've never even tried before, and I have some soda here, but that soda will probably be gone before Saturday, so I might have to get some other kind of drink before then. But I'm definitely going for the 49ers, and here's my reason for that. Mainly because I was born there and I was a 49ers fan since I was a kid. Joe Montana and all that fun stuff. I had several 49ers shirts. And somewhere I have a 49ers shirt that I got to dig out of somewhere here. It would be very, very embarrassing for me to not wear that Super Bowl day. Am I going to have a party? No, because none of my friends care about the Super Bowl. They're not even going to watch it. You know, even if they like football, their teams are not in it, so they're not going to bother to watch it. They might not even watch it for the commercials because they've already seen them on the internet. So pretty much that's all I have for you today, and thank you for watching.